If you're interested in finding out what I'm carrying in the back of my truck while I'm going truck bed camping, this video is for you. This is Jesús, Manuel, Mena, Garza. I do videos on photography, travel, and RVing. Today we're talking about truck bed camping, specifically packing our truck for a trip to New Mexico and Colorado in the upcoming weeks, just showing you how we roll. There's our spare water bottle. When we're boondocking, we need some water, so we fill it up when we can, and that's our extra 3-gallon jug. There's my how we pack. We put them in these crates. Our toilet paper, clothespins, food. We got cans and cans for days, and of course dry goods. These are all dry goods that don't require refrigeration, of course. We got a super large cooler to the right, and then a small cooler on top of that. This is my wife. She's gonna run from me. She's gonna have I don't want to photograph. There's a little wash basin. She's getting ready and organizing some of the stuff like the saucepan, the fry pan, and some odds and ends for the trip, and these containers. These are going to be some of the last things we're going to be throwing in the back of our truck. So she's quite organized. So here's I'm in my garage, and there's my containers, more containers, and this one contains antifreeze and some windshield wiper fluid, and this is my gas can in case I run out of gas, and some shocks and odds and ends. And there's my backpacks, not my backpack, those are my sleeping bags and tarps and my propane grill. And there's our pads. This time around we're not going to use some other pads, we're going to use these pads, and our pillows, and again some easy chairs, or little folding chairs. And right in the middle there, that smaller one, is actually a little tent that goes over the back of our pickup truck that adds a little extra space. And there's our bear safe. It's supposed to prevent bears from eating some of our sweets and odds and ends. And this is my little jug that I'm going to keep the water in it. We usually put it at the end of the table. And there's my little tent. And so this is the stuff I'm going to be taking on my trip. And that little jug works out very nicely. We wash our hands. We just put it at the end of the table, wash our hands, wash our dishes and stuff like that. I was vacuuming the inside of my truck just to make sure it's relatively clean. I was using my little shop vac. It worked out very nicely. I cleaned it up pretty good, I think. This thing, this rug, this bed rug, we've had it for a couple of years now, and it's wearing very nicely. We really enjoy it. It sort of, eliminates all that roughness inside the vehicle. It keeps it nice and plush. Here's the front view of my truck, right back there. I'm going to put back my camera equipment, so if you see me on the road, you want to see my camera equipment, I have it all back there. I have my Nikons, my Lumixes, my little action camera, and my gimbal, my little cheapo gimbal. And there's the front of my truck, and of course I'm going to keep my little mug of cold beverage, Diet Coke. And there's my spare GPS. I have a GPS on my iPhone, of course, but sometimes it doesn't work, so I have a spare GPS just to make sure I don't screw up. So this is what I'm storing under my that chair. I have area, some a little jumpsuit there, so when I'm working on the truck, and some phosphorescent, some bright clothing, so I don't get run over immediately. Okay, and that's my wife's section. I don't know what she's going to put there. I don't know. I think it's going to be a cooler, small cooler, and the large cooler is going to go back there. I'm showing you where the cooler is going. We're going to take the cooler back inside and put some ice in it. And that's all my clothes, and a little step ladder, a little step stool rather. And that's my little jug for the water, and that's how we're storing it up in our vehicle. All our tools, in case we get a flat or whatever. And that's our pillows back there, all that stuff. And of course, this all is going to be chucked out of the vehicle. In a few seconds, you'll actually see my mug, so don't be shocked. It's only me. It's not a homeless person, okay? Coming up in a few seconds. Thanks for watching my video on what I'm taking along on my truck camping adventure. My wife and I are headed again to Colorado and New Mexico. for a couple of weeks. It should be a lot of fun. We have some friends staying at our house, and they're going to be watching our house and hanging out and enjoying hanging out with the neighbors who have pools and doing that sort of stuff. They're going to have a lot of fun, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So this is what I'm carrying. I'm carrying a lot of canned items, and then we're going to, in the next, just before we go camping, land in New Mexico, we're going to fill this with ice and put some eggs and bacon and milk in there so we can have something in the larger cooler. Smaller cooler is going to go behind my wife's chair, and we're going to have some beverages back there so we can, while we're traveling the road. On my side, I'm going to have about 4 bits of camera equipment, 4 bags rather of camera equipment. So it's going to be all loaded. My wife's still loading getting her clothes ready, and some towels, some odds and ends, and some more food. We got some more room back here. Once we get to the location, we're going to unload everything, put it inside a tent, most of it. Keep some of the more valuable stuff inside. Food items and everything, we're going to put outside. So we can sleep back here. We got to sleep back here, And the other point is, when we get to our location, hopefully they have a bear locker. If they have a bear locker, we can put most of our food in there. If they don't have a bear locker, we have a bear safe, and we can put some of our items back in there, as long as they're not, canned items we're not going to put in there, but if we have like some candy bars and stuff like that, or, nut bars, we'll put them in there and keep them away from the bears and the other critters. Because we're not always going to be at a state parks. Half the time we're going to probably spend, again, at a state park. The other half of the time we're going to be boondocking in certain obscure and primitive locations. And it should be a lot of fun. I think so. Just to get away from the humidity and heat here in Texas. 100 degrees here. Humid as hell. And I look forward to going in the mountains, enjoying the cool, brisk air, doing some hiking, getting some exercise, having some fun with my wife, and sleeping in the back of my truck after we get all the stuff out, of course. So from Fort Worth, Texas, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And by the way, quick question, what am I going to use this for? Get bonus points if you know why. Well, when we're primitive camping, we're going to, see, that's the river over there somewhere. We're going to keep us far away from the river, maybe 100 feet, and dig ourselves a hole about a foot deep. Hopefully the soil is amenable to being digged. So we're going to dig a little trench, and that's where we're going to what? We're going to poop and pee in that and toss our little bit of toilet paper, and then we're going to cover it up very generously. So when somebody walks over it, then I go, ugh, that's a mess. No, it's going to be firm, well done. So we're very careful when we do some primitive camping, okay? We don't like to, we don't want to leave a mess. So we're trying to be good stewards of our environment. Are you trying to be a good steward of your environment, the American environment? We're trying our best, okay? So I look forward to getting a travel trailer. I told my wife it would be so much nicer if we had a travel trailer, but she said, I promised you that we're going to get one, but I don't know, maybe in a month, maybe 2 months. It would have been so much nicer, again, to go in a travel trailer. We just load it with stuff and just go down the road. Plenty of food, plenty of, refrigeration, plenty of this and that in our clothes. No problem. So we're taking about, I estimate, 150 pounds worth of stuff. And not very much. And most of that weight is the camp stove, the water, and the stuff in the cooler. That's most of the weight, okay? So from Fort Worth, Texas, and we're headed again. Where are we headed? We're headed to New Mexico and Colorado, to Elevation, where it's nice and cool. Gotta love that, huh? And we'll be down there for a couple weeks. Some folks are staying at our house and watching it for us. They're very generous folks who are watching our house, and make sure, I told them at least mow the lawn once, huh? So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to ring the little itty bitty bell so you can receive notifications of my esoteric videos. Again, what do I cover? I cover photography, I cover travel, and of course RVs, and once in a while I do a rant. What the hell? I'm getting old, I gotta rant once in a while, huh? So, gracias, adios, bye-bye.